Death comes equally to us all. That opening line is from John Donne, the 16th, 17th century English metaphysical poet. Death comes equally to us all and makes us all equal when it comes. The ashes of an oak in a chimney are no epitaph of that, to tell me how high or how large that was. It tells me not what flocks it sheltered while it stood, nor what men it hurt when it fell. The dust of great persons' graves is speechless too. It says nothing, it distinguishes nothing. Human beings have a desire to live on and on and on. We, as individuals and as a society, are always striving to extend human life. If we're not trying to do it medically, we're trying to do it via some religious belief system, either by means of eternal life or reincarnation. We're unable to come to grips with our own mortality. We use euphemisms for death such as passing on rather than name it. Almost every day on the news we hear of some breakthrough that will extend human life or of some new avenue of research with this goal in mind. It seems to me that for human beings to live longer and longer is not really so good for this planet or for society. The planet can barely sustain the human population today. Extending our lifespan will only lead to further increases in that population unless we take other steps, for example, in terms of controlling the birth rate. What are the consequences of this living on and on and on? Younger generations are already struggling financially to support an aging population. How will society cope with an even more top-heavy age structure? Yet the drive to extend the human lifespan rolls on relentlessly without any consideration of these broader consequences. We're like an addict who knows that their drug of choice is going to cause them irreparable harm, but goes on using anyway because of the perceived short-term gain. In fact, selfish short-term gain seems to be what ultimately drives our society. Look, I'm happy to go on living as long as I'm reasonably healthy and happy. For each of us, the point at which that ceases to be the case will differ. But I don't want to be sustained in life by taking dozens of pills a day. I don't want to be continuously rebuilt when I start to break down. I observed death many times when I worked as a hospital chaplain. My own father died a few years ago, although I wasn't with him at the time. He's the person closest to me who has died. As sad as that was, as sad as that is, death is a natural and essential part of life. I don't fear it, and I don't perceive it as an enemy that needs to be defeated. I don't necessarily welcome it either, but I do recognize its necessity, and I won't surrender to that selfish and egocentric drive that demands that I go on forever. I reject the promises and assurances of both medical science and religion. I will die. I should die. When the time comes, younger people with new ideas should and will replace me. Death is the means by which novelty enters into the world. There would be no evolution without death. I hope when that time comes for me that I'll have done a reasonably good job, that I will have made some sort of contribution to the world. I'll finish this video with two ifs. If when I grow older and my health begins to fail, I also try desperately to cling on to life at any cost, it will be because I have succumbed to fear and that terribly strong egocentric drive that haunts us. Or else it will be because I perceive myself to have failed in some way and want a chance to do better. If science is going to continue this pursuit of extending human life, we as a society cannot ignore the broader consequences of this for the planet and for that society. We need to be willing to tackle courageously the problems that this will bring about. At the moment, we're too deeply buried in denial.